Is the new Michael Fassbender, Kate Blanchett spy movie worth watching? I saw it in theaters last night, so here's everything you need to know in 2 minutes or less. Black Bag is the new spy film directed by Steven Soderbergh and written by David Coe. Both writers and directors who have legendary careers, but neither one of which has really had a hit in a while. Black Bag is really more of a mystery than a thriller. There's not much action. Even though this film cost $50 million, I don't really know where most of the money went. It feels like most of this movie is people talking in rooms, which, by the way, is a type of movie that I love. Fassbender and Blanchett play high-level spies who work at the same agency. When a mole is discovered at the agency, there's a bit of a cat and mouse game trying to figure out who it is, how they're going to suss it out, how they're going to maintain their marriage in the process. There's a fun supporting cast for the people who work at the agency. The head of the agency is played by Pierce Brosnan. You've got Naomi Harris in there. She's like a therapist at the agency. Jean Page, who's just as handsome as ever, and then a couple people who I didn't recognize quite as well. Most notably Tom Burke and Marissa Abuela. Everybody in this movie is pretty good, and again, it's really just a movie of people talking in rooms. It feels a lot like an old Hitchcock movie more than it feels like a modern-day spy thriller. So if you hear this and you're thinking like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that's not really what this movie is. The hour 33 runtime was actually really refreshing because I felt like this movie got to where it was going at exactly the right time. And this feels so much like the modern Soderbergh movie. If any of you guys remember watching movies like No Sudden Move or Side Effects, it's that type of a movie, right? The color palette's very intentional. The acting is strong. It doesn't feel like they maybe had a million takes by these actors. That's just conjecture. I don't actually know if that happened, but fun to watch. Sense of humor, little dark. Everybody in this movie is quite good. They all kind of know their roles. And if it feels like I'm saying a lot of good but not great, that's kind of what this movie is. I would call this movie distinctly above average. Again, it feels like a movie from another era. The sad thing about this movie to me is that as much fun as the dialogue is and as much fun as the back and forth is between all of these colorful characters, it's almost like this movie's going to come and go in a way that it basically doesn't exist, right? Most moviegoers will completely miss that this movie even got made. And frankly, that's exactly why movies like this aren't getting made so much anymore. But if you like spy thrillers, if you like spy mysteries, if you like whodunits, you will enjoy this movie. And of course, Kate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender absolutely lead the cast to a pretty solid movie. Fun to watch. I'd give this movie a solid 6.9 out of 10.